Hey guys, Travis here.
And the Freak Joe.
As we continue on through Wisconsin, checking out the freaky cemeteries and everything, I think we have landed on potentially one of our smaller cemeteries.
Yeah, certainly on this trip. I think this is, but if we went over the last 3 years, I think this is maybe the third smallest.
It seems like
close.
Yeah, which is weird compared to all the big ones we have seen here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But tell them about this cemetery, Joe.
Yeah, so this is Eagle Road Cemetery near Juneau, Wisconsin. Couldn't find a lot of information about when it was founded, but it was founded by an evangelical church. And so sometimes people will call it Evangelical Church Cemetery or Tabor Cemetery, which I'm guessing is what the church called it. But it's an interesting cemetery. There's a lot of haunting stories of people walking in at night and walking out with blood all over their hands and arms. There is talk of seeing a Virgin Mary haunting the cemetery or something. People coming out with, they call them stigmata, which are the wounds of Christ, which is really interesting because those are typically Catholic things. And if this is an evangelical cemetery, that's unusual. Not a lot of virgin worship, Theotokos worship in the evangelical tradition. Mother of God, Theotokos.
Usually when, and over the course of doing this, when you hear of like a Virgin Mary sighting or something like that, there's usually like a statue that people kind of like would discuss maybe. I'm not gonna lie, while we're doing this, I'm feeling a weird twinge in my hand. So it feels like pins and needles. Weird. Anyways, so usually there's like a statue where people like may confuse it with and everything, but I'm not seeing much of a statue here where that could be a confusion.
Yeah.
But it is a smaller cemetery, and Joe, if you want to take one side, I'll take the other. We'll meet in the middle.
Sounds good.
Let's see if this could be legible here on camera. 1893. Oh wow. Looks like it probably was a child. Yeah, if I'm reading it right, it's 21st of September 1893 to 5th of November 1893. It's amazing how the camera can pick up these views a lot better than my eyes can. 1867 to 1890. This cemetery is right off the road, so if you guys ever feel you want to visit it, it's not that difficult to find. Obviously, a lot of these stones have been faded over time. Got planters. Doesn't look like anyone's planted anything here in quite some time. It's been a long time since it looks like a plant's been inside those planters. Back corner here. In the far back corner here, kind of all back here by his lonesome. What was it? BRAATZ. Maria Embrates. It's like 1871 to 1886. Back part here. Not sure how legible it is. Nothing on this side. See what Joe has found on his end.
Just some plain old footage of the cemetery. This is basically the whole thing. It's very small. When walking over here to what looks like the oldest graves, definitely they are the most broken down and unreadable. That's a tough one to read there. So, interesting stuff. Charlotte and Christoph, maybe? Hard to read. There's a whole little patch, of graves. They got headstones, Fascinating stuff. Maybe the edge here. Can't read that. Does not seem to be in English. Johann Mittelstadt. Definitely not English. Some Schumachers. Here's some interesting, just a little barest evidence of anything. Vault. I'm gonna look at this one first. 1889. See, this is so interesting to me. Daughter of Reverend Theo and Louise Schauer. So this must be a replacement because it's in English. Oh, that's from 1889. So, but here we have Carl A. Schauer. So maybe this family still lives here somewhere. Paul Schauer. Interesting stuff. Yeah, here's this sort of vault kind of tomb. Interesting. Schumachers. 45th Wisconsin Infantry, and maybe a Freemason. Hard to tell. Interesting stuff. They're just fascinating to me, these older stones and the older disrepair. And then you have ones like this from 1915 and 1919 where they seem like they're in really, really good shape. Work our way toward the back here. 1923, 1911. You get the sense that maybe the church was composed of only a few families, including the Good Reverend's family. It does seem like it is a mostly older cemetery with a lot of uniformity in the stones, not necessarily a lot of uniformity in the layout. So here looks like we got another family patch, Beckers. So that's fun. It's important to mention he was a grandfather. Usually you get father and mother. For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. It says that on both of those. And you got another one there, just kind of out in the center, or not center, middle of nowhere. Right at the edge. Becker was. So this must have been replaced relatively recently. Just wonder if that goes with that. And you have a nice little grove of trees here in the middle that do not seem to have a grave attached to them, a headstone attached to them. Certainly seems like something that would have been here. Yeah. Maybe if they were cedars. Some other kind of evergreen. I'm curious about these ones over here. Maybe Travis D already got them, but curious about the top that broke off of that one. Already got this side? Gotcha. Ruth. Whoever she was. Interesting stuff. Yours too? It's intriguing. I just heard Travis D talking about how his gimbal was messing up, and as he was talking about it, mine was messing up. So maybe there is something here. Oh, there it goes again. You almost find yourself wondering, like, hey, if there's an entity here messing with my gimbal, mess with it right now, you know? And nothing. So maybe it's nothing.
Biberman. I've seen a few of those here. We'll say, walking through here, I have a weird feeling in my hands, like a tingling feeling. Saw a few Ritters here in this cemetery. I already got that side, Joe. Yeah, I got that row, and I just did the back, and I'm just working this side again. Just trying to take all my shots. This one. A little bit. Kind of damage. I can't tell if it's my poor gimbal work or something here is messing with my camera. Looks like a family crest. We got Michael. I believe that's Harriet. Schumacher, mother, unfortunately another broken stone. I've seen way too many of these, unfortunately, on these trips. Got a cool sign and a good little note, Jesus is Lord. It's kind of awesome how somebody put that out here. Guessing might be for this family. Lyman, Father Fred, Mother Augusta. It's a little bit legible on here. I said the camera picks this information up a lot better than my eyesight does. Alright, Joe, what'd you experience out there?
That was a cool little cemetery. I found the, so I think maybe the restored grave, or headstone, or replaced headstone of the Reverend and his wife who were here. The daughter of them, I should say.
Awesome.
So it seems like there's a whole section that's all just his family. So what about you?
You know, not too much like surprising or shocking or anything, but I will say that there was one marker in the very far back corner, and I felt like the closer I got to and the longer I stayed there, I just kept feeling this weird tingling in my hand.
Weird.
And I was like, well, maybe it could just be like maybe just a numbness because I'm holding the gimbal. So I switched hands and walked around, but like the stone never left it. But the farther I got away from that stone, it kind of like went away.
Oh, that's fascinating.
But I mean, I didn't feel anything. Like, you know, like sometimes we get to like these smaller ones, there's like a weird feeling of like being watched and observed and stuff. And I didn't get anything like that, but I don't got any blood on my hands, nothing, no bleeding.
I didn't even think to check. Yeah.
So, all in all, though, I mean, it's an interesting cemetery. Definitely check out if you're in the Juneau, Wisconsin area.
Absolutely. Yeah, stop by. I did not. I also, just because we brought it up at the beginning, I didn't see a Virgin Mary statue.
No.
So.
No, there was nothing really statue related.
Yeah. So maybe people who are seeing that are actually kind of seeing something. Yeah. I love it when there's a bee in the car.
Oh, 100%. That's not nerve-wracking at all. That's not a bad omen.
Yeah.
But if you guys have, you know, been to the cemetery before and you've seen, just kill that. Fucking.
Yeah, it'll make it out.
If you guys been to the cemetery before and you've seen anything or felt anything or a weird presence or anything, make sure you share it with us. Comment below and let us know if you ever visited before. Like I said, it's a small little cemetery. You know, if you're driving down the road from Eagle Lake Road, you're not really gonna miss it. I mean, there's a peacefulness to it, too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful little place.
Yeah, so again, guys, make sure you check out all these cemeteries that we're visiting here in Wisconsin. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell so when these are released, you know that they're happening. It's going to happen throughout the entire month of October in 2023 here, just in case you're watching it later on or whatever. But, guys, as always, I'm Travis.
And I'm the Freak Joe.
And thank you for coming along with us on the Freaky Cemetery Tour.